Hi everyone, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to run the network test for the SyncFramework. So far we have this test that I showed in the last video, the local test. I rename it, the name was not that in that video, but basically in here the synchronization is happening in the same process. So I'm basically doing the communication through variables, but that's not a real case scenario, of course. For example, in most cases, the different nodes of the synchronization will be in different locations. So we need some way to send the information through the network. So basically, after the last post where I wrote about how to add network support, I recreated the test. And here is the test, and it's the same as the other one that I showed you before. The main difference is that here I'm using an HTTP client. So each node uses the HTTP client to send information to the server. In this case, the server is this controller here, where I have implemented the push operation, which is a post, and the fetch operation, which is a get. I didn't implement the pull because that happened on the client side. Basically, pull is fetching and processing the deltas at the same time. So also, to use this controller, I inject an instance of the sync server, and you can see how was that done here in the startup. You will see that the startup is really simple. I just add a singleton instance of the server, and the server requires basically nodes. So here we have one node with a delta store, which is the minimum implementation that you can have in the server. Here you can see in my blog how the implementation of the server can look like. So it can be really complex, like the one here, like above, and or really small, like the one below here. So basically, we're using this implementation for testing the small one. And okay, so basically, let's run this. Let's go to the test, and I'm going to show you just some important parts. So I will not show you or stop on how the data is being created because it's the same as the other example. Those are basically POCO classes. The interesting part is here, the push and then the pull. So let's run this. And I added some information to the console that I think is really nice. So, okay, let me clear this. And right now we're going to push, so let's see that. So it's showing that something was pushed to the node memory delta store 1. It receives 2 deltas, and the identity, the node that sent it is master. And then the same will show with the other nodes. So identity A, identity B, all of them push 2 deltas. And now let's clear this and let's pull. And you will see about the same information. So there was a fetch operation for the node memory delta store 1. It was requested since this index, and who requested it was the master. And the same goes for all of them because they are doing the first synchronization, so they are requesting the first part of the information. So let me clear this and let's continue. And you will see in the other pool that we start from a different index. So this is the first print of the information. So the first part of the synchronization already happened. Right now we're in the second stage where we are updating and deleting and see how that looks like. But I'm going to clear this anyway because I want to show you the pull operation, the second pull operation. So see, it's like now you're requesting from a different index. Like, I mean, each client is requesting from a different index because they already have some chunks or deltas from the synchronization. So that is moving all the time. Every time you create data, you move that index a little bit. And it will just finish. these passes, and basically these tests here and these tests here are the same. So the main difference is that in this one everything happens within the same method, and in this one it happens with an API. We communicate with a test server to do a network scenario. So that's it for this video, and basically um, I'm almost done with the implementation of the Sync framework, at least the agnostic part. So soon I will start writing the providers. So see you guys on the next video. Bye.